Hello. Hey guys, well, post YCS 250th, little recap here. First things first, I'm going to talk about my record, and then give a shout out to my team, Team Blue Falcon. You guys are the real fucking MVPs. I'm talking, though, even the ones that didn't come with us, lab and theory crafting, keeping us on point with basically the meta. Now, as opposed to my performance, I didn't perform the best. You know, I went X3 drop, playing the best deck in the format, i.e. Drytrons. You know, playing the goo, playing the sauce. Thought I was going to do better. I felt really good going into this tournament, a lot better than I went into the YCS Pasadena. And, you know, it happens. Sometimes we just don't perform as best we could. The only thing is, you just pick ourselves up, move forward, which is why I'll be catching y'all at Nationals. We're going to get it. And catch us on stream for the Nationals testing, preparing. You know, it's in July. We got time. We're going to hone this format, and we're going to get a national stop. That's our goal. That's the goal. Going to make it happen. I wish it into existence. But we're going to go over, for us this video, kind of like, what's the best thing about YCS? Like, why is it so fun? Have you ever thought about traveling to go play Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, I'm going to answer that right here. Some of the best things about Yu-Gi-Oh I've ever experienced, hands down, is the traveling. Even if it's, you know, an hour away, you and the homies are going to hop in a car and just go hit a regional or YCS, you know, whatever. Just traveling to go play cards is so fun. The ride down there is just all hype. You get your coffee, you get your drinks, you know, you're just having a good time, hooting and hollering. And it was no exception for this YCS. You know, I made new friends, met a bunch of people. Shout out to the Dank Ritual guys. Probably one of the nicest mats I've ever seen. Felt, you know, I can't wait for mine to get in here. Some new homies on the team, super cool. Even talking to some of the top cut players and like just really open. The vendors were amazing. It's just awesome. Great food, great atmosphere, great time, and it is what it is. You know, it's a little bit of money to go experience your hobby at a larger scale and to be surrounded by a bunch of people who love the game, and that's what it boils down to, is loving the game and just having fun with it. But you know, enough of this rambling. We're going to go ahead and get into the meat potatoes, the YCS breakdown, the top 64, and kind of go over a little bit of the decks and the strategies and why they did so well. I'm really hoping that the takeaway from this is that this is honestly a healthy format. I know everybody's like, boo, Kashtira, it's not good, you know, draw the out. But realistically, you know, in a 40, 50 card deck, that there's nine plus cards in most sides that just kind of poop on a Rise Heart Pass or Shangri-La Lock. You know, you just gotta, I guess, draw the outright shuffle better. But there is outs to the best deck in the format, and the proof is in the pudding in the top 64 being so versatile. So, looking at this, first thing people are going to say is like 32 Kashtira in the top 64, so half the format. Well, it's like technically 51% because it's 33 Kashtira. But honestly, looking at this, ignore this top row right here, this top two, and just look at the difference, right? You know, we go to previous format, the tier elements and Sprite, you weren't really seeing this many different decks, and this is why I like this format so much. Obviously, Kashtira is the deck to beat. It is the best deck in the room. It being able to pivot between doing a like control Rise Heart Pass with some Floodgate, or just straight up saying, hey, you don't get the Yu-Gi-Oh because I'm going to lock out your 5 back row. Yeah, that's annoying, right? The pivoting is insane, and that's why it's the best deck in the room. Are we going to see some sort of hit, you know, coming in May or pre-nationals? I think it's quite possible, but that's going to be on-stream discussion. If you want to just tune in and give us a shout on what you guys think, drop it in the comments below, and I'll cover it in the next live stream. Runic Naturia, I think, was honestly the true MVP of this format, because it really is showing the amount of skill and like artistry, if you will, to play this deck and pilot it to success. It's just so good. The floor, I would say this deck is pretty difficult. The lines are there and they're easy to see, but learning when to hit your disruptions, and it's so important on resource management that I think Naturi Runic is going to be a deck for a long time. That's just so good and so key in this format. It's just a great deck, and plus, this deck is cute. Look at this, it's fucking cute. All right, then we got Runic Plunder, bonkers deck. Combo, has control. It does everything you want, and it can give Cashier a token, which makes him not be able to play. It says, "Hey brother, open up Birth." Oh, all right. Sprite, I don't think we really need to cover Sprite, other than that Tri-Brigade Sprite and Adventure Sprite. Just, the deck does have so many versatile ways to play it. Like with Tri-Brigade package, you're ending on a Pig Knight, double Dragon Lords, Sprite Sprint. You're ending on a board that has layered interruptions, which is kind of cool. You have an IP Mask Arena, double Dragon Lords, and a Pig Knight. You're like, okay, hey, I'm gonna get a Pig Knight negate. I'm gonna IP Mask Arena into an Appaloosa. That's 2 more negates. I'm gonna double Dragon Lords. I'm gonna pop a Revolt. Dude, it has interruptions and it's bonkers. And you still have massive room for hand traps, which is super good. It's not my favorite variant of Sprite, but it's really good. Adventure Sprite's the same thing. A lot of layer disruptions. Pure Sprite. Lots of engine. Lots of non-engine cards. What more do you want in a format where it says, I'm going to lock your zones out, so out me? Drytron, these guys are bonkers, playing out of their mind. So good. We already know Chaos Vanity Max. Well, Chaos Max, Dark Magician Chaos Max, just turns off your monster effects per turn. And then on top of that, if you have Vanity Ruler, it just says, hey, you're not Yu-Yuing. Let's go game 2. All right, and then they're so good at breaking boards. This deck can break boards for days. Natasha, oh my gosh. Let me just steal your whole board, no TK you. Feels great. This is what I play, by the way. I play the Trons. They're the best deck. Branded Desvia is something I was really surprised to see such a low representation in the top cut. Especially since I figured that it's a great tier 1 deck to pilot, and has a really strong matchup into Kashtira, into a lot of the format in general, especially with Expulsion. It's an unfair card. Gimmick Puppet, hey, no Yu-Gi-Oh for you. Let's go game 2. Flounderies, playing no extra deck is insane, but these guys are... Flounderies players are just built different. Let's be real. Mathmech, really surprised, since basically a Rice Heart Turbo says you can't Mathmech because Circular is cost to send to grave. But Mathmech is a deck that everybody should keep in their mind, because this deck is insane. And it plays and it grinds. And it's affordable. So if you're looking for a solid budget deck, pick this up. Kaiju good stuff. I don't even know what to say about this deck. This deck is insane. It's a pile Kaiju deck. So good. Marincess, right? I'm never surprised that Marincess tops anymore, because it just seems that there's always one person who is literally like the Itachi of Marincess and is like just saucing everybody up on FTK combo. Maybe he won every die roll, or she won every die roll, and just ran that deck hot. I don't know. Punk. It's just synchro good stuff. They have a pot of greed. That's fun. Rika Sun Avalon, I think, is like just insane. It played so well into like watching the Shu Ping matchup with like the Sun Avalon, like Rika bonkers, and like how grindy this deck is. It is so good. It is so affordable now with the recent reprints. I recommend picking it up, because it's a deck that, plants always have a spot in formats, and if you like combo that has a little bit of control, super solid. We don't like Striker on this channel. They're icky. Sortiltini, dope. I like synchro decks a lot. The fact that Tier still snuck its way in the top 64 with a walking macro at a 51% representation is insane. Trap Tricks, combo stun. It's a little sussy, a little sussy baka deck, if you will. 1,000-year-old kids. But the deck does have its plays, and it is good. Going first, it is pretty hard to break that board. It says draw the outs. You better have enough engine cards to play. It's good. I'm not going to hate on it too much, but I'm going to hate on it. So, you know, YCS Top 64, very healthy, in my opinion. You know, if you guys disagree, go ahead and comment below. You know, let me know what you think about this YCS. If you were there, let me know how you felt about your games. How did you do? What did you play? What decks should I cover for this format? One thing I do want to take some time out of the video and talk about is, you know, I think we should, you know, some health and wellness. You know, we take care of ourselves, we perform better. And something that I've noticed in whatever it's either sports, card games, video games when I was competing in World of Warcraft is that I felt better when physically and mentally we're taken care of. And I think as a community, we can kind of do better to take care of ourselves. But, you know, whether it's going on a hike or just going for a walk, just something we should all, you know, take a little bit more seriously. And, you know, after being injured for a long time and finally being able to, like, get back into the gym and, like, bettering myself, whether it's, like I said, just going for a walk for about 45 minutes or a hike with your significant other or just your dog or cat, I don't know. We just need to get out, touch some grass sometimes. And it really does do wonders taking a step away from the game and, like, working on ourselves. And that's something that I think as a community we should kind of work towards and, like, advocate, because yeah, it's all fun to make fun of the salty kid. But hey, you know, losing sucks. Sometimes you gotta take a break. And even if you're a champion, you're winning all these games, you want to play to the best of your ability, you know, you gotta take care of your physical and your mental health as well. But I just want to add that on because I'm very passionate about the game and I want to keep playing with all these amazing people. And I've noticed that there's some sort of, like, disconnect when it comes to just, like, gaming and, like, tabletops and stuff like that, you know, your physical and mental health. But I'll be going over, like, a podcast or something like that, just kind of like once a week, you know, some self-care Sunday stuff, talking about, like, some skincare, you know, some great things I do for fun outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Just something that I really enjoy and I'm very passionate about. But with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Twitch at BlueFalconTCG. We usually go live on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The best times for Yu-Gi-Oh! We're going to start getting some more DB grinding because if you want to get good at Yu-Gi-Oh! I guess I gotta get on that DB, right? And then some Master Duel stuff. But y'all have a good rest of your week. Enjoy Easter weekend or whatever anybody does for this long weekend. Be safe out there. Remember, you guys, you're not bad at the game. We all just need to shuffle better.